Thank you. And we take our public comment at the top of the meeting. We're moving on to item 2. And we have 3 speakers. If there's anyone else, please fill out a card so we can take the public comment. And the first speaker is Margaret Molloy, and we have a clock. Who's on the clock today? 2 minutes. Margaret.
Hi. It's been a while. I'm curious what's happened and what the update is. I'm curious who's on your board at the moment. Since you've met last, there was a decision by the courts that Andy Lehman's building had to revert back to RSO housing, that it was in violation of the law. And since your board member was a manager of that establishment, I think that is grounds for him to not be on this board. If you're operating an unpermitted business and the city has prosecuted that, I think that you really need to consider that. You know, you're holding a standard for other people. If you're not towing the line with the law and permits and, you know, compliance, I think that that's a really fundamental issue. As well as that, I know that there was a complaint in the last few months about your safe team waking people for the 6 a.m. wake up, which is in violation of your operation policies and actually what you're allowed legally to do. That's not what you can do. So I think that that's a real issue. I think I've made issue before, topping, you can't replace city services. So the idea that you're topping the trash cans, so you're not literally taking the plastic out, you're topping what sits in there, is really just a workaround. So I'm completely opposed to the existence of the bid for all kinds of reasons. There's documentation from your friend Rick Swinger of bid cleanup crew on the other side of the street on Hampton. That's a violation of Prop 218. There's many issues. So I hope that you will seriously consider that these are legal issues. They're not just opinions. Thank you.
Suzanne Thompson.
I'm Suzanne Thompson, co-founder of Emily Winters, sitting here with me with the Venice Arts Council. And I was here at the last meeting talking about the murals and working with Spark, and everybody knows the murals have really been bombed, and so we're working to make sure that that gets off. But also, in case you didn't know, a lot of people know, but some don't, the Venice Arts Council produced a book along with a lot of help from our business owners. It's called Art Tiles at Venice Beach, and Recreation and Parks provided 5 new benches, and the Venice Arts Council collected sponsors, and through the sales of this book are used to keep the benches in good shape and the tiles. We had to pay to take the tiles out of the old benches, the concrete, and put them into the new ones. So that was 5 benches, and there's 11 total. So there's still more benches that need to be repaired, and we've been talking with you guys about our projects, the murals, the Venice Poets Monument, which is on the police substation, and 3 restrooms, 17th Street, Horizon, and Brooks. And so we want to thank you for your support, and we look forward to working together and maintaining these public art projects. And the books are for sale for $20, so if anybody wants one, I have samples.
Thank you. Thanks, Suzanne. Sam Trude.
Hi guys, my name's Sam Trude. I'm a local business owner and a resident. I own a cafe restaurant called Great White, which is on the corner of Pacific and Windward. So what I'm sort of here to do today potentially is to have a discussion or ask the bid and or any stakeholders to see what kind of support I could potentially get for a project that we're in the process of proposing with the city. So next door to our cafe was previously a Subway on that sort of corner of Pacific and Windward. We've taken that space, which is adjacent to our existing space, and our proposal is to expand our cafe restaurant into that space and provide dinner. Now the Subway, as some of you may or may not know, was a little bit of a public nuisance. It was a 24-hour hangout for all sorts of people, and it did cause a lot of issues in the community. I'm a supporter of the bid. I have been since the beginning, and a big supporter of the safe and the clean team, and they've done a really good job, and we've been working with them to sort of clean up that area, and I think we've done a really good job, and I think what we're proposing to do in replacing the subway will only help that. So I'm really just sort of here to see if, you know, the bid can provide some support for us. Not politically, I'm not asking you to support our proposal, but potentially in the fact that, you know, over the last year and a half to 2 years, we've done a lot of public good in terms of cleaning up that particular part of Venice, providing passive surveillance and activity, a lot of jobs, and sort of, you know, eyes on the street, working closely with your team to, you know, communicate and just provide a safe and active area. So it's just really what I'm looking for.
Thank you. Thank you.